Congratulations on your first UFC win. How does it feel? I'm sure there's a lot of emotions going on.
Yeah, it feels great. It feels awesome, first and foremost. I want to thank the man upstairs for my victory. I'm very saddened, by my coach's loss, and I think it's finally hitting me now that the fight's over, and I'm kind of at a loss for words, but I'm very happy, excited that I was able to get my hand raised at the end of the day.
Well, what was fight week like for you with everything you had to deal with? I'm sure it wasn't a normal fight week.
It was a roller coaster ride, but once I arrived in Vegas, I promised myself to keep tunnel vision. I made sure to, have my blinders on and focus on the task ahead. And I know I had a tough season vet ahead of me, and he wasn't going to go away quick, especially with the, 2-fight, 3-fight losing skid that he had been on. So made sure to have that tunnel vision and stay of course and remain focused.
And of course, we have to ask about the weight miss. I'm sure that everything that happened had something to do with that. Do you feel like that's probably what happened, or?
No, ma'am. No excuses. That's my fault. Prior to the fight, I was originally supposed to fight last Saturday, and I found out I tested positive. So I was stuck in quarantine for about 3-4 days, and obviously wasn't able to train. And I'll be the first one to admit I slacked off on my diet, and I couldn't do much. So I bulked up in weight, went up probably more than I should have, and when it was time to go back to training, I got the phone call for, hey, I got a fight next Saturday, are you willing to do it? I said yes, and unfortunately I was a little bit heavier than expected, so that did make me miss my weight. But next fight, I'll make sure to come in here at 136 or below.
You mentioned testing positive. Were you sick at all, or was it just?
No, ma'am, that's the thing. I didn't want to quite believe it, and there was kind of misunderstanding on my Instagram. I posted that I was 100% fine and injury-free because, I guess, I didn't want to quite believe that I tested positive. I felt no symptoms, and I tested 3 negative tests, the following day. But just to be safe, and I know UFC has the best drug and, sickness test with Jeff Nowitzki and everybody. I made sure to quarantine, and unfortunately, like I said, those 3-4 days happened to just bulk up in weight.
And back to the fight, when the judge was reading the scores, did you feel like that you had that, or was there a little bit of fear there?
Every fight that I see go to the judges, and including myself, I never like to believe that I win, as harsh as it sounds, because you never know with these judges. You could win the fight in be winning the fight in dominant fashion, and they see something else. So, I was shaking my head, and I was kind of in disbelief, ready to accept the loss. But luckily, they swayed my way, and I think that takedown towards the end of that last and final round sealed the deal.
How do you feel about your performance overall?
Not good. I was looking for that one shot, had him quite a few times up against the fence, and instead of touching him up, I was looking for that one shot that was just going to drop him and put him away. I could have picked him apart a little bit better, used my kicks more at range, and check kicks, obviously. So not a good performance, and I know my coach Saul would not be too happy with me. He told me that I did good and I did what I had to do, but when we got back home, it'd be back to the drawing boards and time to fix my mistakes.
And when do you want to get back in there? I know you came in here with crutches. I'm not sure what your health is going to look like.
As soon as possible, of course. I'm young, 25 years old. It's a very deep division, so I know in order to make my way up to the top, I'm going to have to fight a lot of guys, and it's only my first fight, so the more experience I gain, I feel the better I'll get in that octagon and eventually rise my way to the top.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats on the win, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
How did you picture it in your mind, the big moment, the UFC card on ESPN plus ESPN, and compared to how it actually went down?
I pictured it, I try not to get too starstruck. I think with my Contender Series opportunity this time around last year, I let the lights get to me. So this time I was very calm, try not to overamp myself, and just go in there and fight my fight. Again, like I mentioned, I think I was looking too much for that one shot to try and put him away. So that's what I ultimately pictured, is just him dropping off of one shot. it didn't quite go that way. So that's, I guess, how it played out. And like I said, I just got to fix my mistakes.
All right, you had the kicks, dominated with the striking. Along the cage, you look fantastic. What's going on with the leg? We saw you a little banged up, coming in crutches. Can you tell us what happened?
I didn't quite check the kicks. You know, he caught me some good calf kicks, quite a few, and I didn't check them. I was just eating them. Shook them off during the fight, you know, to show that tough poker face, which I didn't quite feel them. And unfortunately, now I am feeling them as the adrenaline's wearing off. But yeah, I'm a kicker. So you want to kick with the kicker, I'll eat it and I'll throw my kicks back. So I was throwing my kicks back, and I'm sure when you go back and watch the fight, you'll be able to see that.
Excellent. It was a great fight to start off the night. Thank you for that 15 minutes. That was awesome. How soon do we see you back? When do you want to return?
As soon as I'm medically cleared, like I said, I want to be sure to get as much octagon experience as I can in there. And tonight was a start. 15 minutes in there. What better way could I ask for with a tough seasoned opponent? All my fights prior to this were first round, second round TKOs. So for everybody to go out there and see that grit and, you know, me have that dog in me to go all 15 minutes is something I'm proud of. My performance, I'm not so quite proud of, but yes, as soon as possible and as soon as I'm medically clear, I'm ready to get back in here.
Sounds good. Thanks and congrats on the big win.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Just one quick question. And so there was somewhat of a crowd in there today. How did that affect your performance? Did you like having the audience in there this time?
I loved it. I don't know if you've seen on my way out, my mom was here, so I'm trying not to get too emotional, but it was very special for her to be here in the crowd, and my dad in my corner as well. So to have the two people who started me off in martial arts at the age of 2 be here to the big show with the big lights is amazing. And it's something, you know, I couldn't ask any much more from. And, you know, for me to get my hand raised in the dramatic fashion that I did, it was a very special moment, and I'm going to cherish that forever.
You started martial arts at 2. You're just 25, but you've been training for a very long time. Were there moments kind of along the way where you questioned your parents having to go to those practices? Because it's an investment for them.
Yes, ma'am, 1,000%. And karate's not seasonal. So, you know, there isn't T-ball or, you know, oh, off season, go play basketball. It was 24/7. There definitely was moments. And one specific moment was, I remember at my house, my dad would have a little VCR back in the day, and he'd put in the set with our grandmaster doing a kata form, a set. And he'd have a big, about 5-foot mirror facing me, and he'd have the cassette on replay, and, you know, made sure I was facing the mirror and doing it exactly how the grandmaster was doing it. And, you know, after 10 times, I thought I was done. After 20 times, no. It would go close to 100+ times every time. And, you know, I'd look at my mom, like, save me, Mom, and, you know, give her the googly eyes. But she wasn't having it. She kind of looked away or just, like, you know, gave me the nod, like, keep going. And it paid off, you know. To how grown I am now, it showed in my work ethic, and, you know, it's just repeated, constant grind. So I'm very thankful for them, and, you know, that's just one of many moments that they helped me to get to this part of my career.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you.